Everybody, welcome back to the Magic Academy. Today we're learning an awesome effect. This is where your spectator finds a four of a kind in an impossible way, or so it seems, where they get to pick a card at will. They get to deal as many cards they want into three hands, and somehow every single card matches their selection. What seems impossible actually has quite a simple secret. So we'll look at the performance and then get into the explanation. So thank you as always for your support. Subscribe for more. We'll see you in a second. All right, so for this card routine, we have a spectator select a card. And so we can do that in any way. In this case, why don't we just have the spectator cut the cards and we mark where they cut. And so from there, you let them know we are going to have a card selected, and then we're going to have you deal as many cards onto the table as you want, and we're going to create a three-handed game. And so before we do that, let's take a look at your card, and we place that aside. We complete the cut. From there, you say to the spectator, deal as many cards onto the table as you'd like, and stop whenever, or for this instance, we'll use the dice. So let's say it's 8, 10, and 12 cards. They just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. From there, they deal their cards into three piles. You say, okay, let's look at where you cut to. First of all, what was that card? 10 of clubs. I mean, that would be pretty spectacular, right? If you had a 10 in each of these three piles. Because I mean, odds are that those cards are over there. But what if you actually took it a step further? You chose 12 cards. You cut to a 10, and sure enough, you perfectly found the 4 tens. Truly impossible, right? Hope you guys enjoyed that trick. You get great reactions. It seems impossible. The magic is all done with this in the spectator's hands, right? They get to deal those cards to the table. They get to pick a card, cut to a card. So all of it seems very natural, right? And everyone loves when the magic is done in the spectator's hands. And so for this, you can use any sort of force at the beginning. It's a great way to get set up for any sort of four of a kind card trick afterwards. But in this instance, I used the 10s, so I placed 1 10 on the bottom of the deck, and then the other 3 I left on the top. So from there, you can give any sort of number of shuffles as long as you are keeping the 10 on the bottom and the 10s on the top. Do any sort of fake cuts, etc., just to make things look more impossible. So from there, you have them cut wherever they'd like. And of course, they mark the cut like so. So usually it's good to have a little bit of patter here, so you can talk about what's going to happen next. Whatever card you cut to, we'll try to find that four of a kind in that value. And so as you're talking, they might forget that this was actually the bottom card, right? So you say, let's go ahead and look at the card you cut to. In this instance, right, the 10 of clubs. We'll keep that face up for now, but you have it face down, or they grab it and place it aside. From there, you take what was on the bottom, the 10s, and bring those to the top. Of course, you can do more shuffling as well if you'd like, just to make it seem like everything is very fair, just keeping those cards on the top of the deck. From there, you let the spectator give the spectator the cards, and you have them deal as many cards onto the table as they like. So you can tell them to stop at any time. Let's say they stop here. You say, perfect. I didn't influence you in any way, right? You dealt as many cards as you'd like. And sure enough, they've placed the 3 10s on the bottom of the deck. And so as they're dealing 3 hands, making sure they deal to each hand, they are now placing each 10 on the top of each pile. And so for the first time, you're looking at their card, right? And you say, okay, there's the 10 of clubs. You were told to try to find a four of a kind. Now that'd be impressive, right, if you managed to deal a 10 into each pile. These cards have been shuffled. But what if you actually managed to get just the right amount of cards that every single 10 was dealt on the top of each pile? Very simple card trick, yet super powerful. When the magic's done in the hands of the spectator, that's the best kind of magic. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more great card techniques, card tricks. We'll see you next time.